welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. As you guys can see by the title, in today's video I'll be creating this beautiful autumn makeup look. It is currently autumn in South Africa and it is slowly approaching my favorite season, winter, and I'm super duper excited. All the products that I use will be listed in the description box. Majority of the products that I use today are from HudaBeauty because they sent me such a huge amazing gift, which I'm extremely grateful for. You guys are going to see the quality and pigment of these products. I kid you not, you guys have heard me rant and rave about HudaBeauty products on my channel before, but I don't think I've ever used this many HudaBeauty products in one video, and I'm so excited for you guys to see. There will be a giveaway coming very soon, but I want to save those products for a video where I'll be specifically using them. So it is the melted eyeshadows, and I'll definitely be using them in another tutorial very soon where I'll also be doing a giveaway. By the way, if you want to find out the winner of my previous videos giveaway, then watch right up until the end, and you can also get the details about this hair in this video because it is sponsored by this hair company. Shout out and thank you very much to them. So yeah, my loves, let's get into the tutorial. Don't forget to subscribe. This hair is sponsored by Sunber Hair Company. They have 100% virgin human hair, and this is what their logo looks like. And I'm somebody who does a lot of research before I work with hair companies, guys. So I don't want you guys to be surprised when I come on here and I'm like, I love the hair. I don't accept collaborations from hair companies that I know have bad reviews online, if that makes sense. But I'll obviously always give you guys my opinion based on my standards. So they sent me a closure which is 18 inches, as well as 2 bundles that were 22 inches and 1 bundle that was 20 inches, and this is body wave Peruvian hair, and I've worn this hair probably like 5 times already, and I am absolutely in love with the quality of the hair. And another thing that I really do love about it is the fact that the natural curls look good. So yesterday was my first time curling the hair, and as you guys can see under here there's already some curls going on, but unfortunately I didn't like the video that I filmed yesterday, so I'm basically refilming this video today. So I'm gonna be recurling the hair because I had to wash the glue off, which wet some of the hair, and that resulted in the curls getting loose basically. So the only thing I can say I'm not crazy about when it comes to closures is just the fact that it's a closure, so it doesn't have that HD lace look, so it's not gonna look completely invisible. Or maybe I don't know how to customize my own hair. I did try to pluck it and bleach the knots, but I did the best I could. So I'm just gonna put some makeup over here because when I do wash it, it does go very light. It just doesn't look good. Luckily over here I'm wearing a nude cap, so that part looks good. So I just need to put some makeup on this part over here. So we're gonna start styling the hair, guys. If you guys want to purchase this hair, there are links down below, and there's also a discount code if you want to get 10% off. The discount code is HONG10. So yeah, if there's any other details that you guys need, you can check it out on the site. But from a review perspective, I am happy with the hair, and to be quite honest, it's very tough like having frontals only, so I'm actually very happy that they sent me a closure. And I got my wig made at Dolce Looks before, so it's actually very nice to have a wig with a closure, because this whole thing of sticking down a lace every single day is way too much admin. I will not even lie to you guys. So now and again you just need to take it back to the good old days and have yourself a normal wig with a closure that you don't have to worry about laying edges. Ain't nobody got time for that, okay? So I'm gonna curl my hair using my curling wand from Tresemme. I've had this curling wand since like 2016. I purchased it at Discam, and it is easily one of the best curling wands I own. Like, it really defines curls properly. So I just finished curling my hair, and I also put on some of my Tresemme Firm Hold hairspray just to make sure that the curls last a little bit longer. And now I'm going to get into my makeup. So most of the products that I'm going to be using today are from Huda Beauty, but I will mention all the products down below in case there's something that's not from there, and you guys will also get the shade details from down below. So I'm going to start off by prepping my lid using my P.Louise Base in the shade Rumor 05. And I'm just going to put some on the back of my hand and then pop it onto my lid using this concealer brush. So now getting into the eyeshadows, I have two palette options over here, and these are part of the Nude collection from Huda Beauty. There is another one, a third one, but I'm not going to be using that because it's much more pinky purple shades, and I really want to keep this brown golden bronze, which is very autumn. The two palettes that I'm going to be going in with is Rich and Medium. I really like both the palettes, so I honestly couldn't decide which one I want to use today. So I'm just going to open them up for you guys so you guys can see. So these are the shades of the palettes. As you guys can see, very, very beautiful, very autumny, especially the medium. I feel like this is very, very autumny, and I absolutely love that about it. But I also want to go in with some of the shades on Rich. So I'll be bouncing back and forth on both palettes, and I'll let you guys know what shade I'm using when. So I'm first going to start off by going in with this shade over here, and I'm going to focus this on the outer corners, and it's like a very, very deep brown, as you guys can see. The next shade I'm going to be going in with is this tan shade over here, and I'm just going to focus this on my crease as a transition color, and I'm also going to be using it as a shade to help blend out this dark one here that we first started off with. Next up, I'm going to be cutting my crease with my P.Louise Base, because I want to do a cut crease today. So that is exactly what we're doing. This is a glam autumn look, by the way, guys. And then we're also just going to take the same concealer brush we were using earlier, and we're just going to tap on any extra product. Tap off, sorry, not on. This is just going to help your cut crease not crease, because you want to cut your crease but you don't want your eyeshadow to crease, honey. Just blending out there a little bit on the edge, like so. So these are my two shade options for my cut crease. I don't know if you guys can see that properly, but I think I definitely want to go in with the top one over the bottom one. This bottom one is a little bit very like coppery, as you guys can see, whereas this one is a little bit more pinky. So these are the two different shades, and I think I'm leaning more towards this one than the other one. I'm going in with this shade over here in the Huda Beauty palette, and this is in the Rich palette, and I'm just going to be using this shade on my cut crease. And then next up, I'm gonna go in with this warmer shade over here. And I'm gonna try and blend it in with the first shade just to create a bit of an ombre effect. And as you guys can see, the pigment on these eyeshadows is crazy. Anybody who is familiar with Huda Beauty products knows this. Huda Beauty products really are the girl they think they are. Like, if we're being quite honest, they are the girl. So now, just to smoke out my outer corners, I'm going in with this shade over here, and we are now using the medium palette, by the way, if you guys were wondering which shade I also use for this copper bronzy color. So I'm just gonna focus this warm shade on the outsides of my lid, and I'm really just going to try and blend it as little as I can. I don't want this to you know, get everywhere and then darken up the eye too much. So just like that. Pack it on and then just blend it away. And then I'm also going to grab my big fluffy brush that I was using earlier just to blend a little bit more there at the top. That looks pretty. And I just like to clean my brush before I go back into my matte shade, because you don't want to transfer any of the shimmery into the matte. They need to be completely separate, even though we are blending. So I'm going to do the exact same thing on this eye that I did on the other. Tap, 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 and then blend ever so gently in a circular motion. I'm going to go back into this very dark shade that we used on the outer corners in the Rich palette, and I'm just gently going to tap the tip of my brush in, and I just want to deepen this outer corner a little bit more. So I'm just going to work that ever so gently in over there, not doing too much. Ooh, I think I did too much. So I'm going to grab my blending brush, the Morphe one, and I'm just going to blend, 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 and blend. Blending is important, honeys. So now I'm going to go into my Huda Beauty Life Liner. This is a double-ended liner, guys. It's so cool. There is a liquid liner on one side and a normal pencil on the other side, and I'm just going to swatch to show you guys how pigmented that is. It is so pigmented, and so is the liner. So I'm just going to pop a thin line of liner just right above my lash line. So this is probably one of the best liners that I've ever used, because let me tell you something, this liner is brand new. It was my first time using it yesterday, and usually whenever I open a liquid liner, they are extremely runny, and then it sort of thickens over time, and then it becomes that perfect consistency where it's easier to use. This product is that perfect consistency from get-go. Like, it is so easy and so wonderful to use. I really love that about it. So there is a wonderful thin line, and then we're just gonna blend a little bit there on the ends. So I'm going in with these Huda Beauty lashes, which are in the make Camielle, if I'm not mistaken, but these are the ones that are number 16. And as you guys can see, they sort of like fox eyelashes, like you put them on the end half bit of your eye, which is something I have never tried before. I am a lash girl, like I want my entire lid to have lashes on. So this is a first for me. If I don't like how they look, I'm gonna tell you guys. So let's just see how this goes. Ooh, this is making me so nervous. Do these even work for people who don't have... You know what? We're gonna see how it works. So I'm gonna be using my Huda Beauty lash glue to stick on these lashes. Those who know me know about this eyelash glue. And while I wait for the lash glue to get tacky, I am going to pop some mascara onto my lashes because of course we want them to blend and look beautiful. And the two mascaras I'm going to be using are the L'Oreal Paradise Extatic mascara, as well as my Benefit Cosmetics BadGal Bang mascara. Okay guys, so the lashes are on. I don't know how I feel about this vibe. You know what? Do you know what vibe I'm getting from these? These are, in my opinion, lashes that are made for women who already have long natural lashes and you just want to add some volume. These are not ideal for a black girl like me, okay? But we are not gonna bash it until we've tried it. I'm gonna do the rest of my face and then I will see how I feel at the end of the video. Once my entire face is on, if I still feel like I need a bit more volume, honey, I need a little bit more pizzazz, then I'm definitely going to take them off and stick on another pair of lashes. I'm going to start doing the rest of my face so I can complete my lower lash line. And the primer that I'm going to be using today is a Farsali Skintune Blur Primer. And I got this from Muse Beauty if anybody's interested in getting their hands on it. Another thing I'm adding to my foundation routine are these dew drops from Marc Jacobs. These are in the shade Dew U and they are so beautiful and so golden. I've had these for a while but I haven't really used them on my channel. But can you guys see that? I'm just going to blend out a little bit just so you guys can see the pigment. Look at that over there. Like this is something that you can even use on your body when you're going to the beach or if you're having like a poolside day as some sort of body shimmer, sort of like what Rihanna had, but it's sold out everywhere, so some of us couldn't get it. We're just still gonna make it work despite odds being against us, okay? So I'm gonna go in with my Makeup by Mario and Sephora foundation brush. This brush collection was sent to me by a very close friend of mine, Noah. Thank you so much, friend. She lives in the States, so she easily gets her hands on products like these and she's so sweet and thoughtful. So I'm just going to apply these dew drops on the highest points of my face, sort of where I would highlight my face once I'm done doing my base. Oh, just want that glow, you know? And this really helps ladies who feel like, you know, especially ladies with dry skin, people who feel like their makeup looks dull in winter, whereas in summer you'd have a bit more of a glow because your skin is producing more oils. So I would really recommend a product like this. And there's quite a lot of affordable brands that have amazing dew drops. Even LA Girl actually has really dew drops, so you guys don't have to like splurge like myself and get the Marc Jacob ones. But let me tell you something, I do not regret this purchase at all. Like, it really is worth them coins, honey. We are going to move on to foundation, and the foundation I'm going to be using today is my HudaBeauty foundation in the shade 430 in Gingerbread. And I've actually had this foundation for a really long time, you guys, but I've never used it on my channel because initially when I first got it, I got the wrong shade. So I had to order the correct shade, and then by the time I got it, like, there was no longer hype around the foundation. So I was just like, oh, you know what? I'll use it another time when I get the opportunity. And this is a perfect opportunity. HudaBeauty decided to send me like a press job, and now I can use my HudaBeauty foundation with HudaBeauty products. So I'm just buffing this into my face using my Urban Decay foundation brush. By the way, this is a full coverage foundation, guys. It's called the Full Filter High Coverage Cream Foundation. This foundation, people used to rave about how amazing the coverage is, and as you guys can see already, where are my acne scars? They are non-existent. I don't know who those girls are. I don't know what you're talking about. Sorry to those girls. And it smells really good. So if you are looking for a good full coverage foundation, another thing that I really like about HudaBeauty is that even if you're shopping online, you can sort of gauge you know, what would be the right shade for you, because they do include undertones in their product description. So this is in neutral. If you have a warmer undertone, then you'd obviously get a W. And yeah, I think there's also C for cool. I'm not too sure. You guys will have to check out the website, and they do ship to SA for any of those or anyone who's concerned about how you would get your hands on your product. Obviously, considering that there is a lockdown and this is not an essential, there might be a bit of delays, but I do trust that your products will arrive. So now to highlight my face, I'm going to go in with my Dior Forever Skin Corrector concealer in the shade 3W, as well as my L'Oreal Infallibile More Than Conceal concealer in the shade Cedar, which is a very light shade. So I'm really just going to use this to brighten more than anything. I am absolutely obsessed with this Dior concealer. I think Dior has proven to be one of my favorite luxury brands, if I must be quite honest with you guys. Their products are really good quality. And I love the fact that they are so inclusive in their shade range. Like, that just gives them an extra point from me. Now I'm going in with Cedar, and as you guys can see, Cedar is much lighter than my Dior concealer. Can you guys just see how well that concealer blends into this foundation? Oh, so beautiful. I love the finish. I think at the moment these are definitely my two favorite concealers. Like, I'm really sad to say this, but I think I've honestly outgrown LA Girl. I mean, it was a good couple of years. I still use it though for my eyebrows, but I definitely do mix it with my L'Oreal. But honey, this Dior is doing the things that need to be done. Woo! Honey! I am home, okay? So the next product I'm going to be going in with is my HudaBeauty translucent powder in the shade Sugar Cookie. Now this is literally a translucent powder, guys. Like, it's white. And I am so scared, honey, because you know what? Ashy. Ashy.
And don't contact me to come meet you and whatever else with your ashy feet. Okay. Bye, Portia. Okay, bye, Ashy. Have a nice day. Bye, Ashy.
Okay, so I'm going in with my Huda Beauty Bake and Blend Face Brush. I don't know if it's going to be ashy. You know what? I'm judging too soon, so let's just see. It smells so good. Sorry guys, I need to bend to do what I'm doing. So now to contour my face, I'm going to be using my NYX highlight and contour palette, which looks like this. You guys are very much familiar. I'm going to be using this darker shade here as well as this one over here, just mixing up the two. So I'm going to be going in with the pencil end of my Huda Beauty liner. And this is in the shade Extreme Black, by the way. If you guys are wondering, it is a very Vanta, which... Can you guys see that pigment? Like, it's crazy. So I'm just gonna smudge it a little bit down from the waterline going into the lash line. So I'm first gonna start off by going into the medium nude palette from Huda Beauty, and I'm going in with this very warm shade, and I'm using a flat fluffy brush just to smoke out the lower lash line. So this is the color that you can sort of blend down, because the next shade that we'll be going in with is darker, and that one you want to focus on the lash line only. And then I'm just going to grab this very big fluffy brush from earlier, and I'm just going to blend just to eliminate any harsh lines. And then with the same brush, I'm going to go into my Huda Beauty Rich palette, and I'm going to go into this very deep shade over here, and I'm going to focus this directly on the lash line. Okay guys, so I'm gonna pop on some mascara on my lower lash line. I'm going to be using the Revlon powder blush in the shade Hot Cheeks today, and this is what it looks like. I'm just going to pop this on where I would usually... Can you guys see how crazy that pigment is? Now, I'm a blush girl, okay? Anybody who knows me knows I love a good blush, and I think that's one of the things that I really appreciate about Revlon's quality, is that their blushes are really coming through. So I'm also going to go in with my Estee Lauder pressed powder in the shade Bronze 5W1, and this is the double wear powder, and I'm just going to use this just to powder parts of my face. Great. So now to highlight my face, I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty 3D highlighter palette, and these are the shades we are working with. So this highlighter palette has a prep, set, sculpt and flush shade, This flush shade would be amazing if you're not really wearing makeup, or if you're doing like a no makeup look, because it's basically a highlighter that has a bit of a tint. So this Prep shade is a creamy highlighter, sort of like what I used before I did my foundation, and this is also something that you can use to intensify your highlighter. So you just go in with this first, and then you pop on the powder shades on top, and this really helps just make it a little bit more pigmented, which is basically what I just did on my hand. I first went in with the creamy one and then with the powder one. I'm not going to go in with the creamy one because I'm not a fan of creamy highlighter unless I'm doing like a very natural eye look. So I'm just going to go right into these two shades over here. So I'm going to mix the two shades for my cheeks, and then for my brow bone and my nose I'm going to go in with the lighter shade, which is Seychelles. And the other highlighting shade, by the way, is Tahiti, for anybody who is curious. So for today's lippy, I'm going to be using two of the matte lipsticks. One is in the shade Spice Girl and the other one is in the shade Bombshell. So these are the two shades that I'll be mixing. If you are looking for a perfect matte for winter, something that's not gonna dry out your lips or start flaking and all sorts of weird things like this, and I always say, guys, HudaBeauty lippies are the girl that they think they are. And then I'm gonna set everything that I've done using the Maybelline Lasting Fix makeup spray. So this is my take on the perfect autumn look. This is a sexy evening look. You can rock it during the day if you want to with a softer lip, or you can even throw on a gloss. I just really wanted to do matte because I've been doing gloss lips. I'm going to be announcing the winner of my previous videos giveaway where I did give away data. Let me just quickly pull that up real quick and then I'm going to tell you guys who the winner is. Snazo Jago, congratulations, you have won yourself 5 gigs. Please do pop me an email. My email address is in the description box below, and you can claim your prize. It's going to be quick, easy and efficient, so you'll get it the moment you do email me your details. I'll need your cell phone number so I can make the transaction. Don't worry, I won't stalk you and I won't call you girl, okay? Thank you so much for tuning in, my loves.